Carradine. I'm playing Callie in this movie. Callie's also a singer. Go figure. This is my living flame musician.
John Scher.
Hi, darling. Look, they're videoing us over there. John Scher wrote a song for the film called Bad Too Long. Hello, darling. I'm ready for my close-up. Whereas I like to do the blonde Tina Turner, balls to the walls, you know, a little bit of Janice grit.
Yes, she does.
Like my mother says, hike up the skirt.
She bust a move.
Push off the bus. Yeah, a bust a move. There we go. Move a bust, whichever. Yeah.
Scene 67 Baker, take one, marker.
Not rolling. Just don't play back.
Make it really loud so that we can hear it over the drums.
And it's cued. Playback!
A spell will change the name. And you know, yes you know, he's been bad too long. And you know, yes you know, he's been bad too long. And you know, yes you know, he's been bad too long. And you know, yes you know. In the way she looks at you, the words will embrace you, and her smiles hide the truth. And you know, yes you know, she's been bad too long. And you know, yes you know, she's been bad too long. And you know, yes you know.
I was good.
John Scher, my co-musician, wrote that song for the movie. It's called Bad Too Long.
Well, this one was kind of like a vampire love song.
We actually recorded it last night. But we were under the impression that we would be shooting it live, and we'd hand them a recording later to stick around in the soundtrack. And then I heard yesterday that they needed the tracks beforehand, and they weren't actually filming it live. They were filming it in a different fashion. So I called up John, and I came up with all these harebrained ideas of how we could do this. And he's, the only way it's going to work is if we have a recording. The only way it's going to sound right and look right is if we have a recording. And we don't have one. And I said, so we need to record it tonight. And he's like, yeah.
Well, you said they needed a song, so I said, hey, well, let's try to write one. So I just sat down one night and started writing, and it came out, and I ran it by her. I said, what do you think? She says, I think it'll work.
It's a dark love song. Very dark.
Well, I was trying to make it have a kind of little mystery because of the mystery of the movie, and then bring it in where it started rocking out, and kind of to me it sounds a little retro, but horror films are retro.
This one is, especially with me in it. I'm old school all the way.
This is a retro. We're going back to the old age of horror.
This is my first time back in front of the camera in quite some time.
And I already knew that I was going to come back in horror.
My father's David Carradine.
And I actually told my father at the cemetery, or whatever you call that room, I walked in and talked to him and told him I was doing a horror film. And I thought he'd be proud of that. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. What my father would want to see me doing is being in front of the cameras. I went to the whole raising children thing, which is quite popular in my family, by the way. And he used to say to me, Calista, why don't you just take up the family business? You could own your own island and stop bugging me for money. But I wanted to do the, barefoot and pregnant thing and all that, which that was a long time ago. My kids are grown now.
You know what? Honestly, I just think the audience is going to have an awful lot of fun with this. It's a dark comedy, and it's an awful lot of fun.